half an inch of rain in 4 minutes, 1.1 inches in 13 minutes. These sound like rainfall rates right out of the tropics, or maybe Florida in summer. Actually, they're from Philadelphia back on Sunday. Snapshots from several hours of torrential downpours that dumped an incredible 8.02 inches of rain. This was easily a new one-day record for the city, the previous mark of 6.63 inches in mid-September of 1999 as Hurricane Floyd came up the coast. Besides that, only 3 other days on record in Philadelphia had more than 5 inches of rain. The one in October 2005 was also related to the remnants of a tropical system. Now here's the radar estimated rainfall from Sunday for the area around Philadelphia. The airport is marked with the black dot. It's right on the Delaware River. Now this is Philadelphia County, this is Delaware County, and here's the border between Pennsylvania and New Jersey, marked by the Delaware River. The areas of yellow and orange indicate rainfall between 6 and 9 inches, all in a narrow band about 4 inches or about 4 miles wide, mainly along and just on the New Jersey side of the river. Now here's the radar from 3 to 7 p.m. on Sunday. The deluge was at the southern end of a band where thunderstorms kept redeveloping and then moving over the same area, a process called training. This might have been helped by moist southeasterly winds that were blowing up Delaware Bay, where water temperatures were near 80 degrees. So even as rain fell, additional moisture-laden air was brought in and lifted. It's interesting to track how the 8 inches accumulated hour by hour. There was nothing before 3 p.m., but by 4 p.m., more than 3 inches had fallen. It was during that hour that the amazing rainfall rates I mentioned earlier occurred. Then about 1.5 inches of rain fell during each of the next 3 hours, and by 7 p.m. it was pretty much over. Essentially 7 inches of rain in a little more than 3 hours. And this wasn't related to a tropical system. All the more reason to be impressed. Now to get a feel for the frequency of more typical heavy rains here in Pennsylvania, 2 inches in a day is a reasonable threshold. Now here's a breakdown by month for Philadelphia of all days when at least that much fell. Now they're most common in August, with July and September not far behind. The long-term average is about 3 every 2 years, but interestingly, there have been 20 of these days in just the last 4 years, and the chances of that happening randomly are really small. Now here's the distribution in State College. The story is different in a couple ways. First, we're now much farther from the ocean, so there are many fewer days, less than 100, and the average is less than 1 per year. The October peak is linked to the soggy remnants of tropical systems, the most recent being Sandy. And the June peak also has a few tropical connections, including Allison in 2001 and 2 days from Agnes in 1972. Though we had one of these soaking days back on June 27th of this year with no link to a tropical system. This was the view from my office as 3/4 of an inch fell in one 15-minute stretch and 3.38 inches overall. Fred will let us know if there's potential for any heavy rain in the extended forecast coming up next.